Yes. It has begun. The time is nigh for the emus to rise up, my friends, and take down Super FDR. And more importantly, Colonel Drugov, or whatever the hell his name is. Get him out of here. Alright. What's going on, chat? Oh, I just realized my camera's not even plugged in. Hold on. Late. Yeah. Comrade Emu? No, what's the, I don't know, what's the German? Un Emu Reiter, un Emu Fighters. I don't know. We need to get our German audience in here to give me some emu tips. Alright. Yeah, so I did a thing yesterday, late at night. Gabriel solidified it for us that the emus were getting arms. Also, Bobzilla, what's up? How's it going? Boot Mountain. I did a thing. Emu riders. Or they're not emu riders, but I just had so much fun saying mushroom riders the other day. Are we on manual focus? Oh no, it's spot focus. Cancel that. So I did a thing. We took these suckers right here. Come on now. Come on now. We took these suckers right here. Okay. And we were like, are we going to put saddlebags on them with guns? Because they're smuggled, modified Rift emus. That little peacock, it's his bodyguards for Heinrich Gross. Which, by the way, shout out. I actually printed two versions. One with a helmet, one without. This is Killa from Escape from Tarkov, but this is what we're using for the little peacock. But this is the second version with the helmet on. But I actually had to reprint the head, the balaclava head. But so we took this, and then we were like, all right, cool. And then that ended up turning into this. Oh, how's our bitrate? Our bitrate's okay at the moment, but we did drop some frames at some point. There is a blizzard, like a thunder, snow, lightning blizzard coming right now to Long Island, so hopefully we'll be okay. But it looks like the frame's stabilizing for the most part. We're good. It's green. But anyways, check this out. How cool is that? This is the medic upgrade for Heinrich Gross. You could tell because he has a little case that we're going to paint like a medic symbol, and he has his amputation shovel. And I actually took... So these are all parts from the Warlord Games Fallschirmjäger, Winter Fallschirmjäger box, because I have the Winter Fallschirmjäger. So I had... Look how perfect the arms just glued on there, dude. Like, I could have green stuffed it, yeah, but I think what we're going to do is glue some feathers. Once we paint everything, if you guys don't know, I tie flies for a living professionally, so I have so many feathers in Marabou. I'm thinking we could take some feathers and just glue some feathers to the to where the edge is. But I airbrushed these, so we got all their little accessories on there. And the cool thing is I took the heads. I'll show you. We're going to make one first to start. I'll show you how we make one. We take these heads from the Fallschirmjäger box. And we cut out the head part, and then we just glue it onto the emu. So we're going to make one from start to finish. But I just wanted to show you guys what else. We have some like random 3D prints from Rev, some random zombies. So I glued those up. Maybe we can... The whole idea is everything has emu genetics. So Rev was asking if I'm going to like put emu heads on them or something. But I think what we're going to do is like glue some feathers to the minis after we paint them, is the whole idea. So these are 6 Totencore proxies. We got 6 Nachtjäger proxies. I'm just going to glue feathers to everything. Emus look ridiculous? You mean fabulous? What are you going to play him as? The emus are going to be the bodyguards for Heinrich Ross, and Heinrich Ross is Little Peacock, which I'll show you here. So, Heinrich Ross has the option to take they're like special body armor. They're like, I think they're only damage value 5, but they like get a -1 to the damage or something. I don't know. They have a special like body armor thing, but essentially you can get a max of 3 extra like special troops for Heinrich Ross, and then you can get a medic, a specialized medic. So yeah, the Emu War, dude. I'm telling you, look how perfect the hats and everything came out on them. Again, I could have green stuff, but we're just gonna glue some feathers, I think is what we're gonna do. I have so many feathers that we could use for this. But like, look how, I mean, dude, so he has the whole lore backstory behind, we'll play it later today, the Halloween special. Are those emus? Yes, they are emus. But the main thing is, this is Little Peacock right here. I went ahead and splurged $5 for Killa from Escape from Tarkov. And these are both from Modern Miniatures. So shout out. And they have... I went ahead and got modern-day Russian tank crew from a T-72. It's the only open-face balaclava that I could find that like kind of fit the ski mask that Little Peacock wears. Now the thing is, yesterday I printed this up and I sliced the head off on a Shitu box and all that. And I drilled a hole so I can glue, because what this normally looks like is the dude's wearing an Alton face mask. So he's actually got an RPK with a drum mag. This guy hangs out in interchange, and also we have an Adidas tracksuit. How cool is that? So we're gonna use him as this is like his specialized gun or whatever. It doesn't matter. It just looks badass. But I actually printed up some heads, 2 different ski mask heads. But they were just way too small. I don't know if you can see. It just like didn't fit, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and scaled this up to 120%, this head. And I think I need to cut it. But that looks way better now that I look at it. So we're just going to cut the end off. Let's just do that right now. Hopefully it doesn't shatter it, which is a very real possibility. So I'm going to try and like... cut it like this, I guess. There you go. Yeah, let's go, dude. Little Peacock in the house. That's the noise, you know, Little Peacock has been known to make, too. I kind of just want to, it's like, we're definitely going to listen to the Little Peacock music here in a little bit. This is so good. It's so dumb, but now I have to like make, for when I premiere this, I'm going to have to incorporate all of the lore from my Flytime channel about Little Peacock in a short cinematic thing, because otherwise people will have no idea. Like, I have to give some backstory behind this. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I think people will be like, what is this guy doing with emus? But once I lay out the history behind it all, and a couple little sweet guitar riffs, it all comes together. Seeing this makes me excited to see your work making more turnip stuff. Dude, I'm excited for turnip. I actually printed up 12 more Napoleonic French dudes, and I have 3 more horses. So we essentially have 2 turnip 28 armies. I just got to make characters, but... You have no idea what it is, so it'd be helpful? I think so. I think it's important that I do that. We're going to put on some chill Resident Evil save room music, and we're going to build an emu real quick. And then we can do some painting and all that. Alright. So I'll show you how I built these things. I actually have a bag of these suckers, so I might make more of them. So here's the deal. I have now. There's 2 regular dudes with assault rifles. 2 regular emus. I'm sorry, with assault rifles. Okay. Then there's the medic. And then there's the, you can upgrade one of them to have a sniper rifle. So I cut the scope off one of the other Fallschirmjäger guns where it was like a scoped assault rifle. One of the, I don't know the names of all the German assault rifles, but it wasn't a STG or whatever, you know, the, like one of the first assault rifles ever made in the war or whatever. But I added a scope to it, so this dude's the sniper guy. And he's got a cool shovel as well. Oh, are we dropping frames right now? We are dropping frames a little bit, but it's like wishy-washy. Hopefully it's not too bad. Again, we have a blizzard going on right now, so if we get some Fs in the chat, then just hang with us. It seems like it's coming and going, so. Alright, anyways, we got those 2. And we can go ahead and we can build one of these suckers, is what we're going to do. So, we have a kind of a bare palette here to work with. Yeah, see, our bitrate looks good now. It just, every once in a while, a squirrel must be chewing on a line or something. I don't know. All right. So we got a little head here, you can see. We have to cut the, I want to leave the cap the way it is. So let me see, maybe we can zoom in a little so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Sorry, buddy. I want to cut the cap so I can keep it. And then we kind of have to whittle it out because the emu's heads are not perfect. So I kind of have to shave the head or the cap to make it to where it doesn't look too wonky. I have to be careful here. I could easily just ruin it. I have a good amount of, I have 4 sprues and it comes with a ton of these heads and arms and stuff. I've used most of them to build, but I had so many extra, so I was like, alright, cool. If I do screw it up, we're alright. See, this is where I kind of want to use the X-Acto blade. Let me just get a little bit more off. And then I'll switch to an X-Acto knife. Still some pretty big chunks here. This dude's face. This is the process of converting like the human parts onto the emu. It's not a hat, it's like the head and everything too. They just stuck the brain from the dude onto the emu in some sort of German some sort of green vault laboratory experiment. Now, by the way, this X-Acto knife is extremely dull, so I'm still being careful not to try and cut myself, but I don't even know if I can with it. And it's kind of hollow on the inside, so this is nice. It gives me a guide to kind of just widen inside. I'll probably have to do a video on the emu tutorial, because you know, of course, it's going to be just a hit, you know? I'm sure some people are going to go, what the hell is this? But you know what? We've decided that it's called Weird War for a reason, you know? And so far, we've been keeping it pretty weird. Recently, we've had some pretty tame games, but we've had Dracula, we've had wyverns, you know what I mean? We have monkeys. You know, monkeys are weird. We're going to see live microsurgery. No, we're good, we're good. Very dull, very dull. Never cut towards yourself as I'm cutting towards myself the whole time. And it's gone. Rest in peace. God knows where it is. Alright, no, now I need to find it. Oh, here we go, okay. Oh, that's the best. Thank God I don't have a carpet, at least. After you do all that and you drop it. That's my favorite. All right, that's pretty much all the hard work done. Now we can, you know, just have some fun. So this dude has a MP40 Schnitzel rifle or something, or submachine gun upgrade. Forgot exactly what it's called, but it's like the MP40 Shizer or something. I don't know, something like that. Let's check this out. I think we need to actually whittle some more off. Want to get all traces of the dude's hair off and everything. Pure emu aesthetic. Other than the arms. Obviously, you do need to transplant some maybe deceased Axis troop arms on there so you can make sure that the emus are capable of fighting unit. And this isn't like, you know, it's probably a good thing that we didn't go too heavy on the emus, because the emus are a very specialized thing, you know? You can only fit so many emu eggs. I just broke the cap off on this side. Damn it. Okay, I'll glue it back on. Tricky business. It's tricky business. Yeah, once I looked at the heads, I was like, dude, I gotta put hats on them. There's no way I'm not doing hats. I kind of wanted to do helmets, but that would have been way trickier to do. I would have had to like drill the heads off or something out. Dude, once you put a hat on an emu, it like really comes to life. Like, once you put a hat or a helmet on an emu, it actually becomes kind of intimidating. I want to make sure the eyes aren't covered. It really has a certain demeanor to it. Terrifying. Alright, can I glue this stupid thing back on? I think I can. Okay, that's the clean side, so that's the side I didn't scrape with the blade. See if I can do this. Probably the smart thing to do would be abandon this hat and start over, but I'm stubborn. So we're going for it. But someone did mention, they're like, now I want to do an Australian army with emus, and that would be hilarious. I think you scale them down a little bit so they're more like bolt action dude sized if you're going to go for like a whole army. These guys are supposed to be a little bit smaller, I think, the bodyguards for Heinrich, but you know what? We're just having fun. Who cares if I mean, they, you know. Emus are big. And these are genetically modified ones, so you know they're going to be even fiercer. They really amplified the historic Velociraptor DNA in them to be even more aggressive as well in close combat. Even though I don't think there's any stats for it, but we can just imagine they're really good in close combat. All right. So before we do the arms, I learned this yesterday. I want to glue some, like a belt with a grenade, because of course the emus have that. So we're going to do that real quick. I don't know. We should do a dry test fit first. With one of those potato masher grenades. And we'll just spread this around like this. It's kind of like, you know, just slap some stuff on there until you feel like it looks like an emu soldier with arms fighting for the green vault. Because this isn't the green hand. I think Little Peacock and Colonel von Liechtenstein are going to have a power struggle in the New Republic. And I think what's going to happen is this will give us a good reason to have the two Axis forces that I have. One occult emu based and the other one more traditional conflict rift army. And what's going to happen is they're going to duke it out. And I'm thinking maybe we do a little mini series where it's like a power struggle inside the Republic. We can have little guest armies show up. It'd be cool. I kind of want to do like some sort of cinematic thing, you know, some sort of So I feel like this could help facilitate that for the channel. Now this one's a little bit trickier, this arm. Just slap some glue on there, but let's see. Yeah, there we go. I mean, just look how... you know what I mean? Like, there's a little gap, but I feel like Warlord thought about this. You know? They thought about this when they made the Fallschirmjägers. They said, what if somebody wants to put an emu? Put it on an emu. They just fit so well. And then you got to have one where he's throwing the grenade. Because why wouldn't you? Yeah. Dude, tell me how cool. I mean, that is. Even if somebody's like, man, it's so dumb, emus. I think once you, like, you gotta admit, once we paint them up, they're gonna look sick. Okay? I have a photo of a real emu from the Australian Natural Museum or something up on Google Image as well. We're gonna base our paint job off the emus. So, looking pretty good. Let's get some ammo. Oh, yeah, maybe we can do an ammo thing up on his neck or something? Where did that go? Is there a curve to this that it wants to sit? Kind of like this, it looks like. His neck does have a curve to it. This is going to be tricky. Maybe I shouldn't have done the arms yet. I could also do it like right in front on the chest. Like, let's do that. Like Rambo. Let's see if we can do this without gluing my hands together. Which side is which? This side? I want the bullets facing forward, right? I don't like the direction of that, though. Maybe bullets go back. It's whatever the emu feels comfortable with. Weight distribution. Okay, now I'm... Mission failed. We're getting to the glue all over the hands. It's probably gluing to my fingers as I speak right now. Okay, let me use my X-Acto blade. Okay, that actually kind of fits like perfectly. The shape of the neck and everything. Hell yeah. I can always like paint a little strap or something. You know what I mean? Oh, that actually fits the shape of the neck like perfectly. Oh god, I'm having PTSD from the, what's it called? Doing the freaking transfer sheets yesterday. And the other night. Kind of want it over a little bit more, but I guess the SMG arm's kind of getting in the way, so you know what? We'll just be happy that we'll tuck it in. Make sure it's not too obtrusive. Yeah, it looks good. I just like gluing, you know, the more you glue on there, here and there, it kind of just actually looks like an emu soldier, you know? Obviously, just common knowledge. There we go. Give him some little hip accessories. Okay, that's way too much. Let's see if we can reuse some of this. Huh. Let's go. And here. Kind of tuck it like this. And on the back, I was doing these little ammo things for him. Which way do I want it, though, for the back? This way? I can always spin it, I guess. Ooh, this one's one with a grenade. Hold on, I don't want that one, do I? The grenade ones don't sit perfectly. We want an ammo pouch without a grenade. Okay. Flip this one off before it dries. These ones sit a little bit better. It also kind of looks like a little saddle or something. Maybe I can, like, move this one. Yeah, that's even better. Okay, okay, I see, I see. Should try that first. A little dab of super glue. It's amazing what you can do, huh? And this is a 3D print with filament, so I'm not using the plastic glue, obviously. Well, and there we go. That is how you build a custom emu soldier for Konflikt 47 right there. Spice this one up a little bit. I guess the ammo things could have maybe gone on the back ridges, but you know what? I kind of like it there. He can rip them off real quick and throw it to one of the machine gunner emus. I also feel like even though these guys don't have black powder weapons, I could totally just do something like this for Turnip 28 with emu guys, you know? Just use like these dudes. And then what I did is I took them and I airbrushed, so I primed it black as I usually do with the Rust-Oleum paint that I get from the hardware store. It works really good in matte black. Then I airbrushed them purple from underneath. So you can kind of see it's got some purple hue to it. Then I hit it with a dark gray from pretty much like 85% up, like this, like whoosh, 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 and on top. And then I hit it with like a bluish gray around the neck. Because if you look at the emus, they have purple on the neck and blue. So we're going to paint like purple and blue and stuff. Make it look like feathers maybe with some like... what do you call it? Strokes of the paintbrush or something. Yeah, every once in a while we're like having a little frame drop, but it's like very minimal. So hopefully it's not too bad for you folks. This freaking blizzard screwing up my emu plans. My great emu reveal was ruined. All right, we're gonna take a little super glue here for the head, for a little peacock. Oh, yeah, dude. It kind of looks like a scav now. Got Killa's gear in Tarkov. Little excessive super glue. Ah, you son of a gun. Probably should have put it on the head. But you know what? Whatever. It's alright. Is that where I like it? Kind of want it centered. He's got a little bit of a long neck. And he might have got some emu DNA in him. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I'm upgraded. I'm glad I upgraded to the new Shitu box software or whatever, because they didn't have the like cut capability, so I was able to cut the helmet off, because this is what it looks like normally. So we do have both versions where we can have them with the helmet, you know, for like cinematic scenes. So I'm gonna have to paint them up the same as well. So I have to figure out. I need to figure out what we're gonna do, chat, for him. He's got an Adidas tracksuit. So, but we're playing him as Axis. So we're going black and white for classic Adidas, and then doing this is a modern day Russian armor that he's wearing. We could do some sort of Axis camo scheme, or we do like an Axis camo scheme on the tracksuit, or we go wild. Maybe we do red and white Adidas. You know what I mean? We don't have to go. We could go pretty wild with colors because most of my Konflikt armies are very tame color-wise. So I wouldn't mind having something. I think we are going to add some cool colors to like the Totenkor, the Knockdaggers, the emo dudes, the Shrek Wolfen. We're going to add like bright feathers and stuff or something. Or we could do muted colors. I still haven't decided. I have like every color of feather possible we can. Because I want to glue actual feathers to it. After like doing all this turnip stuff, it kind of was like, who says we just have to use paints? You know what I mean? So, but I'm happy. Like, Little Peacock came out great. You know, I was thinking, do I get some sort of, like, Warlord model with, like, an Axis dude? But I couldn't find anything that, like, looked really different to what, you know, is out there. So it doesn't just look like a normal dude, you know? I kind of want to put a cape on him, too. But, I don't know if Little Peacock would have a cape. You know what I mean? So I had to do some like mental deliberation in what he would be wearing. But we do need to paint up emus, and we need to paint up Little Peacock. I don't know if we're going to be doing it all today, but I definitely want to get some emu painting going on. So I'm thinking they're already airbrushed pretty good, but probably what I'm going to do is maybe use different colors like brown and grays and things like that, and paint feathers essentially is what I'm thinking. Like just do like little strokes. We can try and simulate feathers, and then for the head here we'll paint the purple and bluish colors, and then do like a grayish, brownish, blackish head, because they're kind of like black, gray, brownish color for the emus. We'll actually take a look here. Better watch out, bro. Better watch out. That's all I gotta say. Better watch out. But yeah, this right here. We got a little purple bluish color. That's probably because their like skin is kind of purple bluish color from the looks of it, you see? So that's kind of why I went with that. But I think maybe what we could do is we could go even harder with the purple color or something. But we need to simulate the feathers. So I actually have real emu feathers, but they're huge. I have ostrich feathers. But what I was thinking of is maybe using marabou in certain places. Which, if you're not familiar with marabou, it's the floofy stuff on feathers. It's this right here. So I have different colors of this, including colors that look more like emus. So like here's, you can even take a saddle hackle. That's what I use. I tie this on hooks to make it look like a fish for other fish to eat. You could take some of this stuff, for instance, cut it up really, really short like that, and you could just randomly apply some patches to it. So because I mean, if we look at an emu, it's not skinny. It looks like bushy almost. So I think, to be honest with you, I think we've already glued arms to emus. Why aren't we just going to glue feathers to the emus as well? Like, are we opposed to that? You know what I mean? I think it's a pretty reasonable thing to do, honestly. Because I have a ton of different colors that we can use. And for the necks, I have the purple and the blue as well. So, I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to just go with feathers. We'll probably paint first and get the colors looking good, like the blues and the purples. Because I was going to paint feathers on there. I guess maybe we paint feathers and then glue feathers, so you have the effect of small feathers and actual feathers. I don't know. But I'm very tempted to just glue feathers to the body section. So I think I'm going to do it. I think I've already kind of made up my mind now. So I got to look for the right colors. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little here. We got tan. We have some rusty brown. This looks good. God, this is going to make a mess, though, as usual. Is there any short ones I can use? What we'll do is we'll mix a bunch of feathers together to get the emu color, and then we'll glue it on. Like, why are we not gluing feathers, right? I'm calling it. We're doing it. Olive. So if you've ever seen fly fishing for trout, they use this sort of stuff for things like woolly buggers to imitate little leeches for trout fishing with a fly rod. I usually tie more saltwater stuff to imitate bait fish, but I don't think we're going to be using all of this, by the way. I'm kind of getting quite a lot out. I should probably not going to be using all that. We probably want a little white as well, huh? Just a little bit, I think. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And I'm probably gonna need more tan, but I think I have some somewhere else. I'm just looking to see if there's any other colors that'll work. Because I think the more colors we have, that kind of all blend together into the emu color, where it's gonna look nice. Maybe a different color olive as well, yeah. And a darker olive, I have even darker. It's the thing with fly tying material, it'll come in like 15 different colors of the same color, because it's a dyed material. And we need a little bit more tan, and then we're good, I think. Oh, black, actually. Maybe a little black as well. I don't know if I have any black marabou, though. Let me just get these feathers. We can use the ends of it. And then gray. Yeah, we need gray as well. Yep. Which, I believe I have some gray marabou. We could just use this stuff from the feathers. Yeah. Okay, cool. And just letting you know, just like pretty much everything that we've done recently on this channel, I haven't done this myself before. I've never glued feathers to a miniature before. So it's going to be an experiment. We're not going to do it to all of them right off the bat. I think let's start with one. Let's just do one. It's going to be pretty easy to do. I think we're going to mix up a little black, purple, and blue. And we're just going to like kind of splotch it on there to give us a very defined look. And then we can let it dry. And we can do the feathering. The tar and feathering of the emus. Let's get a little purple. We don't have much. How's our bit rate? Our bit rate's looking good. We were dropping a little frames here and there, but I think we're fine. How's the stream looking? Are we looking all right? Got a little black. Kind of really making this wet palette parchment sheet go far for me. Okay. And you know what? We probably want that dark gray as well. The wet palette is not wet, by the way, right now. It's like super dry. Should have applied some more water to it first, but we should be fine. Okay, that's the sniper dude. Let's go with one of the regular dudes. Okay. How are we doing this? Free ball it, as usual. I really want to get the blue and the reds like around the neck on these things, because they're kind of bald around the neck and the head. But I also kind of want to get some we're gonna like, I think their skin is kind of this color, so we're gonna glue some feathers. I think first though we have to actually paint feathers, so you know what? We're gonna do this first. Kind of mixing some different colors here. Purple and blue and black and gray. Because we want this undertone skin color, and then we're going to glue feathers on top. That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to be work or be that good, but we'll see. And then up here we'll probably hit it, but then we're going to have to like paint feathers to simulate it up top by the head. It's going to be a darker color as well anyway. I just want to get some color on here so you could see this color underneath the real feathers we're going to put on there. I think we do need to paint some feathers though before we start gluing like actual feathers. Okay, let's let that dry. It's kind of random too, which I like. That'll give us this kind of purplish, bluish, emu undertone skin color. You know what I mean? Alright, while that dries, let's think. We need some colors to simulate this emu. Because you know, I should probably make it look like there's some, I should paint some feathers as well, not only just glue some feathers. I think there should be some different colors involved. It's like already dry. So, you take a little gray, for instance. And this is where I think I should probably also use my delicate brush. I gotta remember not to keep it zoomed in. I apologize if it gets a little blurry. I gotta remember. Okay, so I think, I don't know how to do feathers, but I guess, damn, should I start somewhere first and then work my way down? I kind of want to do it random with some different, what do you call it? I'm just going to like intermingle some different colors on there. And then the idea is the real feathers go on top. So we'll start with black. Just do some like lines. Because I think if I glue the feathers right over the blue, it won't look as good if I do some like random fake feathers with the paint. It's the idea at least. So we'll just paint some pseudo feathers, we'll call them. Is anyone doing any hobby stuff today? Yeah, I am excited to work more on the Turnip 28 army. We'll get the handmade one done first, and then I'll work on the 3D print conversion one. I have to order more green stuff. Just keep working, doing some random feather strokes. We'll stop around the neck. Just kind of keep it random. That looks all right to me. The idea is now we're going to layer different colors. Now this might be good enough to where we don't need to like glue feathers, but I think I want to glue feathers. I don't think you can stop me, chat. Unless it looks like absolute dog shit, you know, then we're not going to do it. Pardon my French. I also kind of want to, I should try and get in between the black. So I don't cover up the other feather lines, if you will. Alright, this is going to be a little tedious, but I mean, they're the like stars of the army next to little peacock, right? So they gotta look good. Because if they look like crap, people are really gonna hate the emus. If they look half decent, then I think people will be somewhat okay with it. Alright. I'm getting lost in the Resident Evil music right now while doing this. The soothing sounds of Resident Evil save room. Let's go ahead and keep hitting this here. Keep my brush wet, man. Sucker's drying out. Yeah, I mean, if I did this over and over again with different colors, I think this would probably just look good, right? Are you in the Hamilton area? No. I don't even know. Where is Hamilton? I'm in New York, Long Island, New York. But, what's going on, Munova? Painting our emu feathers. Let the emus rise up. Oh, I hear thunder or something. Yeah, they said we're gonna have thunder snowstorm going on. Ooh, Ontario, Canada. Ah, okay. No, I'm nowhere near that. I'm in New York, but nowhere near the Canadian border. Kind of as far away as you can get from the Canadian border, sitting in the Atlantic Ocean on an island. But welcome on in, welcome on in. We're glad to have you here. We paint our custom emu army. Oh, I think we should do a camo scheme, but match the actual color of the emus. But do like a cool splotchy camo scheme. You know what I mean? It might be kind of cool. What made you think I was in Canada? The emus? My love of emus? Is that a Canadian thing or something? Okay, it's kind of working. Now, mind you, I'm going to glue actual feathers on top of this. So, this is just kind of formalities. Let's get a lighter gray as well. A darker brown would be nice as well, I think. But again, we're going to cover this up with feathers, so I don't know if I should be spending like 30 minutes per emu. "30 minutes per emu." Yeah, we have like a thunder, snow, lightning storm coming right now or something. So it's snowing right now. Hopefully the bitrate doesn't get too screwed up. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. I apologize. I got to remember because the autofocus won't... I could put it in manual focus. I'm just lazy, so... It's hard enough for me to, like, try and keep the miniature where it is and not jam it right in my face while I paint, so... I feel like what would be wise would be to do one more with maybe some black. But honestly, this is pretty good. Kind of like ready to try and glue some feathers on this sucker. See what happens. We are literally talking about making a Commonwealth force with geese for Canadian Army not a couple of days ago. Well, good sir, I give you my Mike Rolls Dice seal of approval. The emus were specifically from... You're going to see here. We're going to take a break here at some point. I'll go grab a snack with some chips or something because we're going to be here a while. But I'll play my Halloween special from my fly tying channel, my Li Flies Mike, my second YouTube. And this is from stream in 2020-something, I forget, years ago. And my alter ego, my rap alter ego, my cousin, Little Peacock, I banished him to the Shadow Realm in a musical battle where he was rapping and I was shredding on guitar. Quote unquote shredding. It was really kind of shit, but whatever. It was like probably the best music thing I've ever made. So I was happy about that. But the whole idea is Little Peacock used to smuggle emu eggs across the border because I tie flies with feathers. So Little Peacock happened to be smuggling emu eggs because emu feathers are like something you can use in fly tying, right? So that just is the backstory, and that morphed into, like, we played that video one day on stream here, one of our first streams. Everybody loved it. And then that morphed into now Little Peacock is the leader of my occult army in Konflikt, and he has his emu eggs that he brought from when he got caught by the Federales crossing the Mexican border. That's how he got caught originally, before he got banished to the Rift, or the Shadow Realm, you know? And, so he smuggled the emu eggs into, I think something happened with the Rift, and like some German scientists did an experiment, and he just popped up like, like you know, where there's like a big nuclear reactor thing. They're like, hit the switch now. The lightning hits it. It's like, and like some crazy portal opens, and Little Peacock walks out carrying a case of emu eggs. And yeah, of course, if there's anybody that can make emu warriors, and help Little Peacock with his world domination, it's some weird, crazy Axis scientists that maybe don't agree with Colonel von Liechtenstein, my Green Hand commander. So there's some rift going on. Get it? Get it? There's a rift. In the New Republic, in the Axis, in my version of Konflikt, that I'm slowly crafting my own lore in Konflikt, where Little Peacock and his emu and a cult army of Nachtjägers and Totencore and Schreckwolfens and stuff and emu boys, they're going to go head to head with the other German troops or the Axis troops with all the tanks and the walkers and the stall trooping and all that. So there's like a power struggle going on right now, you know? 'Tis the idea. You know what I mean? Obviously, just some simple, everyday conflict lore, you know? But I absolutely love the Canadian geese idea. And if anyone, like, you know, here's the thing. I'm gonna help make it so that it's even more accepted when you have a Canadian geese army, because we're gonna make some cool battle reports with them, and people are either gonna love these things or they're gonna hate them. They're either gonna think it's awesome or people are gonna be like, unsubscribe. But who cares? It's a weird war too. We're keeping it weird. You know what I mean? I'm stoked. I'm super happy with how these are coming out. So now the real question is, though, we've painted our simulation of feathers. And this is going to be the undercoat of the emu. This is what it looks like. Hold on, I'm trying to awkwardly hold my finger over a button. Come on. This is what it looks like. Color-wise, right? You got the blue and the purple for the neck and around the legs. We have blue and purple underneath our fake feathers or whatever. But this is what the bird actually looks like. Look at the profile of this, right? Much floofier. That's what a real emu looks like. So I think what we're going to do is take real feathers, marabou feathers, cut them down, blend it together, and then glue it with Eileen's tacky glue. And we're going to like actually make the bird look like it's going to have real bird feathers on it. Not emu feathers, because emu feathers are like ostrich feathers. They're kind of different. It's like a big plume, essentially, of feathers. So, that being said, we're going to probably make a little bit of a mess here, but, you know, whatever. We have some of this stuff. This is olive marabou. We have tan saddle hackle, which these are the leftover pieces that are kind of junky. But we can use all of this tan marabou right there. We'll take some of this dark kind of brown color as well. We can mix that together. And I think what I'll do is I'll just cut it into a... Like, I don't want it to be too long. But even that... Yeah, that's a little long. So I'm gonna need to break it down into... Cut it down into shorter lengths. And, so it's gonna be a little tricky. But let's get some colors here laid out. And I guess what I'll do is I'll take the scissors and cut it. And then we'll, like, mix it all together. And yeah, I don't know. I guess there is a natural taper to feathers too. So if you look at the end of the marabou, it's nice and wispy. That's the natural ends to the feathers. So if I do cut it, it is not going to look 100% like the natural feathers flowing off of the bird. So that's something to consider as well. But to deal with that, I would have to individually cut pieces and pinch them and glue them on, which would be much trickier as opposed to cutting a bunch of it off at once and blending it together. You know what I mean? So that is something to consider, the natural taper of it as well. But just feather stuff, you know? Classic feather stuff. And it really looks like they're kind of like tannish, brownish in reality. So is there a color that I don't? I mean, I kind of like the brown. Maybe the olive. Maybe the lighter olive can go, and we'll keep the darker olive. And we'll go with gray. I think it needs some gray. I really hope this is not a fail. Everything we've done recently has kind of been a success when it comes to experimenting with our miniatures. So I really hope this works, because if this looks the way I think it's going to look when we're done, then I'm going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be over the moon. Very excited. So we have all this floofy stuff. You know, part of me wants to individually cut bunches and just glue it on. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. The thing that really sucks is, like, trying to get the different colors together. It's going to be like... I don't know. We're going to have to experiment for sure. I do want to grab a drink real quick, though, and maybe like a bowl of chips or something. I'm getting hungry. I've kind of just had a nut bar. I haven't eaten lunch or anything, so we'll... How many folks we got here watching right now? I ain't got much. All right, well, I was gonna wait till later, and because I want to show you guys the music video to see what I'm talking about. You know what? We'll just play it multiple times. I don't even care. If somebody's watching the VOD, feel free to get ready to skip for the next, or you can watch it now, but get ready. We'll probably play it again. That being said, I think, what do you call it? I think today, if there's ever a day to play that music video a couple times when I go grab a drink or something and, you know, hit the hookah lounge real quick, I think today's the day, so. Alright. When we're playing with the emus, you know what I mean? So let's shut that off for now. And what I'm going to do is I got to run downstairs. I'm going to grab a drink. I also got to grab some glue and stuff to glue these feathers on. But when I get back, we're going to finish our prototype emu here. I guess maybe before we do that, we should paint the... No, I think we could do the guns and everything after, right? I can always just move the marabou away. Maybe I should paint the pouches before we glue it on there. But we are going to do some weird and wacky feather stuff. So I don't think I've ever seen anyone put feathers on a miniature. I'm sure people have. But I've never personally seen it. So I'm excited. I don't know what to do or how it's going to go. But I'm excited to try it out. So, all right. That being said, we now have a face on a miniature. And you're going to see where this was inspired from, all right? So, just a warning, if you cringe to dumb stuff on the internet, you might want to walk away for a little while. Okay? That's your warning. So, I'll give you 10 seconds to click away so you don't cringe and come back in like 10 minutes, all right? But if you put your cringe blinders on, then you'll see there's a little bit of charm to it. So, I'll be back in a little bit.
No, it can't be. No. Must be hearing things. What? You were supposed to be dead. I survived. Yeah, well, after you smuggled those damn emu eggs, forget about the damn emu eggs for once. Well, I got in a lot of shit for that. Don't care. I don't care. I see how it is. I'm here to take your place. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Let's settle it. A musical battle. Mano y mano? Me? L.I. Flies Mike? Yeah. And you? Me? That's right, you. Oh, me. Little peacock. Introducing the competitors. L.I. Flies Mike versus Little Peacock. Mike Ross on the bass, and of course, Jerry on the motherfucking drums. Little Peacock, you were supposed to be dead. The federales in Los Concito were supposed to take you out. Yeah, suck on this. This goes out to all my albioers out there. Across the world. Slide in them DMs, girl. You thought get rid of me? Nah. I'm just getting started. You can stop me with all of your might. Hold up, let me crack this Philly just right. Ski mask and Cavassier. Just ask your girl cause we all play. I'm on a mission to conquer this front. In the Porsche, rolling bad blunts. Emu eggs Benjamins up in the back of the trunk. Fat stacks of the Benjamins, yeah. You hit me up, what do you need? Polar bear, jungle cock, making green. Mop fly, squirmy, wormy, chuck up meat. Snag a trout off the reds any week. They say, little P, have you no shame? No, I sold it for a double lemon haze. Damn straight, yeah, you're hearing this right. Little peacock in your face, tearing up the mic. It's a chore, juggling these alley hoes. Texting booty pics across my phone. In the DM, saying she's all alone. I'll be real quick, girl, let me slide in from the back door. But enough about me, you know I'm the shit. Fat cock and all, it's legit. You get one chance before the final hit. So what you got to say, you little bitch? Little peacock, little baby peacock, it's time to banish you, send you back to hell. The federales in Los Concito couldn't finish you off. So why don't you take this tasted lip? You can get rid of me. You never learn. Sheesh. I'm invincible, cuz a true motherfucking immortal being. The whole zone there getting hot, burning up. Got these tricks hanging from my nuts. A lyrical flow before insane. My inner power fueled by sticky green. Just metaphysical on molecules in space. And time itself stops as I erase you off this rock we call Earth on this very day. You can go to church, won't work anyway. Now to regain my throne here on Twitch, let me explain the situation real quick. I can see you shaking down the spine. At this time, little foul hooked fish on the line. I'm a tiger shark ready to attack. No way in hell you're holding me back. Sitting with the blicky up in the trap. A harem of hoes and making that booty clap. You know what, cuz I ain't gonna front. I just feel bad at this point. Beaten up, broken down. L.I. flies Mike, the fly time clown. Are you ready? It's time for the prophecy to come to light. Alright, Mike Ross. I never asked much of you. Just a fly here or there. But I need your help. I need you to put down that bass guitar, pick up that motherfucking strat, and let's melt the world's face off. You ready? Let's do it. Aha! All right. We did it. If that didn't explain everything, I don't know what will, chat. You miss those days? Those days where delusion-fueled fly tying days.
But hey, at least little Peacock can live on in the memory of Conflict 47, so there's that at least, you know what I mean? Alright, after that we can't go back to some Resident Evil. We need something a little bit more lively. Yeah, leave it to me, Mall Dropper. We're going to take some cool miniatures and potentially ruin them right now by trying to maybe glue some feathers on there. Alright, let's try this. Maybe I'll torture myself. There's only 4 of them, in reality. There's only 4 of them. Oh god, the second I put these feathers down, dude, if I breathe the slightest, they're gonna go flying. They're going to go flying. I mean, if I paint that, if I do that paint scheme on this like 100 times, it's gonna look like feathers. So that might just be good enough. Is this gonna ruin it? That's the question. We'll find out. Let's get a little olive. But I think the tan and the gray are the 2 main colors we want to focus on. That's right. Yuzo Koshiro will guide my hand with Streets of Rage soundtrack. He didn't fail us with the turnip models. Doo-doo-doo. Go with a little bit more brown as well. You're gonna mess around, create the ultimate lure, the segmented mushroom rider. That's like a Marlin Bates thing. You take like a miniature or something and make a fishing lure out of it. I've seen people take Space Marines from 40K, drill holes, and turn them into bass lures. So it's been done. Alright, I'm gonna like lose the perfect tips if I get too wild with it. So I'm gonna try and try and blend it without losing the ends, but it's already kind of going to shit, but we'll see. It kind of looks like emu hair. See, if we just went with one color, it wouldn't have worked. Or emu hair. That looks like emu feathers. Behold. Now. Jerry. I think that's pretty good. I'm actually like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, mind you, I'm going to have to do that 1,000 times. But I don't think we probably don't want to glue too much crap on here. You know what I mean? We don't want to glue too much crap to this thing. I'm going to use a brush and some glue here and see what the hell we're going to come up with. If it's actually usable, let's find out. Okay. Got a brush. I want a piece of cardboard or something. Like this. Let's move these. Like so. I'll zoom out so I don't accidentally have the autofocus go off while I'm doing this wacky, wild experiment for you folks. Okay. May the emus guide my hand on this. It's gonna be tricky, chat. Where do we start? Feathers flow down. Let's start from the bottom. Work our way up. You know, so it's overlapping like shingles. Hopefully this glue doesn't cover up our pseudo feather paint job. See here, I think we could break these down even more. We can always trim it, I suppose. It's a little long for the ends. All right. I don't know. We're going to try it out. This is like the sort of thing too where I'll have to spray it with like a varnish or something to lock everything down. How's the music levels? I want to make sure it's not too loud. Some of these feathers are quite long, huh? Well, I almost need a... This is going to be a pain in the ass. This is going to be a pain in the ass. It's almost better just to make a giant pile of feathers and just start, like, slamming it on there. This might be a disaster. We'll see. I also maybe should go sparing with it. It's okay if it's a little splotchy. Damn it. All good? Okay. I can't zoom in too much because the autofocus sucks. Should actually make sure we get down here. Come on, baby. It's gonna look like crap. I'm hoping that when it's done, it comes together. That's the goal. It's usually just sort of like glue stuff on there and pray. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, dude. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a little worried I just ruined it, but we did make an extra one. I can always make more. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. This is where the doubt starts creeping into my mind. What am I doing? What is the purpose of it all? Let's see if we can like just cut this stuff really short. Yeah, that might be the ticket. We'll just blow away all the excess crap. That might be the ticket, actually. Let's get it like really short. Look, if we're gonna get weird, let's get weird, okay? I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's find out together, I guess. We're gonna have to cut a lot more feathers. Holy cow. I I've always wanted to try this, putting like fly time material on a miniature, so I'm curious what the hell is going to be the end product with this. Maybe it's better to do colors at a time. Do a little brown instead of mixing it all. I don't know. I kind of did look better mixed, I think. That's the scale of the feathers. It's going to be hard to work with because it's so tiny. Oh god. If I move my scissors too fast, the stuff goes flying everywhere. Well, we'll try it. Let's see. I don't think individually cutting feathers is going to work, so I think we're going to have to free ball it. Make our custom emu feather dubbing blend. That's what I'd call this, a dubbing blend. And then re-taper it in my fingers. Yeah, this looks way better, I think. Oh, except if I do that, I should get it ready first instead of just jamming it on there. There's a lot of excess, but I plan on maybe blowing it with like an air gun or something. I don't know. I can always airbrush it, I guess. Robot emus? No, these are genetically modified Axis emus. To where the Axis scientists have like... it's for little peacock. But they're gonna be... It's gonna be Heinrich Ross and his bodyguards, and they're emu... humanoids, if you will. Genetically modified. For the Axis occult army that I'm making. Don't worry, we'll make a video. I'll make sure to explain it all. There's a music video. I'll have to explain it for you folks, so you know what the hell is going on. Otherwise, it's going to be a little confusing. K47 is great. I think it's the nice thing about K47 is I can do wacky stuff like this and get away with it. Hopefully. We'll see on the channel what people say. But we're really embracing the weird part of Weird War 2, you know? Okay, we need some more glue. I think this is going to come out good once the whole thing, not the whole thing, but the body of the emu is covered in it. I'm going to have to vacuum when I'm done, because there's marabou everywhere, but... we got to do it like shingles in a row, or in a line. Layers of feathers. Little tricky. Little tricky. Yeah, I think the only other game like that I could do stuff like this, or in my mind where I'm like, I should do this, is like Turn of 28 to do wacky stuff. But I feel like with Konflikt, we've been embracing the weird war aspect a lot. So I said, screw it, emus it is. Yeah, so I guess probably let the whole thing dry and then take it down to the airbrush in the basement and go psh, 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 psh. Someone made King Khan into a walker. See, that's what I mean. I love it. And you can really incorporate like 1940s, 1930s, like pulp fiction and culture into Conflict, and I think it'd work perfectly, you know? Which is great. All right. These are going to take a while, but you know what? I know Little Peacock's supposed to be like the all-star of the army, or like the showpiece, and I want to paint him to make him look like perfect. That being said, I think these are kind of like the coolest thing I'm going to have in the army list. You know what I mean? I think I've gotten it down too. I think we cut it really small, and then I just work it up in layers. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I need to do that emu feather paint thing underneath because we're covering it up pretty good. I am happy that I did apply purple and blue though, because the purple and blue is still kind of visible, even with the feathers. We're also going to cover up a lot of the joints from the arms that weren't perfect, from the Fallschirmjäger arms I used from the kit. Winter Fallschirmjägers. Also, I went ahead and did it. We went and looked yesterday on the website. They have a buy 4, get one of them for free. So we got the Nuns, which is the bolt action minis. We got we already named her. I think Tiki named her yesterday. Helga Wunderpump, who's like the Axis chick, and there's like a early looking Shrek wolf in it, looks like. And we got, what else? The other one is the vampire guy. So I got all 3 of those, and then I also got like a farm animals kit because I want to use the farm animals for Turnip 28, and we can use them as terrain in like a field or something. Now I think I'm gonna go sparser as we move up the neck, and then we'll stop with the feathers, because then it kind of, I do have blue and purple feathers, which if we're doing it already, we might as well just do feathers everywhere. Screw it. You know what I mean? But I did take advantage of that sale and get some cheaper minis that I think would be good additions. Because we're on a tight budget here, but try to support Warlord when I can. Even though I'm 3D printing emus and crap. Okay. The vampire guy works so well. I know. I saw him, and that's why I wanted to get it before it sold out, because I was like, dude, these are old school, cool looking minis that work so good for Conflict that I would love to get them for narrative battle reports. So, I don't even know if, like, I'm going to use half of that stuff, but I think it'd be great for, like, filming some different battle reports. It's going to turn out well. Okay. It's an emu. Look at that. Would you look at that? Go a little bit more right there. And I'm gonna try and like push the feathers so they face down. Maybe I can like run my finger over it. I'm catching a little glue on my finger as I go, so. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blow it with like an air gun or something. Look at the tactical emu. I might even excuse me. Might even airbrush it. I think we should add some different colors. It's gonna need some more fur. Is it just tan or? I almost wish I had some darker color, like a black. I can get some black as well. I'm definitely gonna have to build up the body a little though. And go with a little black in there. And then some more gray, I think. And some more tan. And maybe some of that brown. What's going on, Hankovich? How you doing? We're dropping frames a little bit here and there because there's like a freaking lightning, snow, thunderstorm coming. But hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But I apologize. Not much I can do with the weather. And optimum. Yeah, this is way easier than trying to like cut it so all the tips of the feathers are perfectly laying. I mean, that would be the way to do it. It would take me like a month to do this. I kind of want to keep it floofy up here. Fluffy. Thing is that you kind of have to taper it in your hands first. So it is kind of like at least the feathers are all pointed in the same way, I feel like. And that looks better. Like so. There you go. That looks pretty good. So you got to build it up in the back because they have that like hump. The feathers really add so much. If you took the feathers off an emu, they'd be like way skinnier, lanky looking, but the feathers make them look pretty intimidating. They make them look way bigger. I mean, they're still big, their body and everything, but the feathers add a lot to the look of an emu, I think. That you're missing out without a big floofy body that the 3D print didn't have. Slopping some old orc boys away. There you go. Slap chopping. I read schloppen because there's an actual feather called schloppenhackle. But slap chopping, very nice. That's how I like to paint my orc boys. Just kind of like I would speed paint some of them and then I would just dry brush the crap out of them in certain areas. And just kind of real like a slap chop sort of style where it's like just kind of rough and raw. That fits orcs really good. Alright, this is looking pretty sick. Tactical emus, assemble. We might need to do like one more layer on the back. What are we thinking? Maybe one more layer. I feel like I need like just a straight brown, but I don't have any brown. I might airbrush this at some point too. I could always hit it with an airbrush. Like the colors are close, they're very close, but they're not like perfect. But, you know, these are, you know, these could be a different, you know, maybe they're Highland emus. They have slightly different coloration. The idea is I have a bunch of different feathers mixed together just so we get, like, the variation, you know what I mean? So it's not all one color. I don't know, we'll see. I think this is going to end up looking better than just painting feathers, because I'm not good at painting feathers. I bet you somebody that was painting the feathers on, maybe that would look better than this. But, you know what? I'm okay with getting weird. We're getting weird with our weird war. I mean, do I need to add it? Let's look at the actual emu. I feel like we need more feathers on the back. They're kind of like floofy on the back. But I mean, that looks decent. I might end up like maybe airbrushing or something to get a little brown in there, or maybe just taking a brush or something. I don't know. I'll have to let this dry and everything. I'll go with a little bit more on top, but I think this is about all I can do to try and make feathers on a miniature look like an emu. With what I got, at least. I probably could have found a better color feather in a fly shop or something. Okay. Take our feathers, and I want some of them to be like facing down off one side, facing down off the other. The goal, at least. God, just making a mess. Marabou everywhere. But you only live once, so if you're gonna paint, if you're gonna do emu dudes, put some feathers on there. That's what I say. So like, let this dry. Maybe I can wet it to where the feathers then naturally droop down. You know what I mean? Because right now it looks a little out of control. So I could spray it with a bottle, let the feathers droop down, and then I can hit it with like some sort of varnish or something. You know what I mean? To make sure that it stays durable. That's probably what I'll need to do, is get it wet first, so the feathers naturally kind of seep down like they would. Because the feathers kind of coat over the bird's skin, right? It's not like they're sticking outwards from the skin. They kind of sit flat. It also kind of makes them look like they're wearing uniforms now. You know what I mean? Kind of makes them look like they're wearing uniforms, which I think is funny. I think that works. I think we did something. I want to try some blue and purple on the neck. Because why not? While we're here. Oh, come on now. All right, before it dries. I gotta cut this like really short. For this area. We can even mix a little of the white and gray color, I think, for this. I think the saving grace is going to be wetting it and letting it naturally sit like a feather would. That's really going to help just kind of sell it, I think. We don't need much. I just want a little blue and like purple color near the neck. Because that's a natural emu feather color. And then I'll just kind of compress it like that. All right, well. Okay. You know, I guess let's wait until it's all said and done, but you know, it's something. We did something today. I think we're really gonna have to like wait and see till it's like dried and I spray it. But I don't know. The jury's out. The jury's out. What do we think? I can't tell if I love it or if I hate it. The other option would just be to paint feathers. That's kind of very on par for what you should do, but kind of lackluster. Let's trim it up. Clean it up a little bit. So you can see those skinny little bird legs. I don't know, jury's out. I can't make up my mind if I love it or hate it. Just kind of clean it up a little bit so it's a little bit more emu streamlined. Attack burb. Looks like a little bit like a ghillie suit. Yeah. I think it looks a little bit more reasonable now that I cleaned it up. But I gotta let this dry. I think if I spray it with water and the feathers will kind of naturally droop, I think that'll be okay. Really want to cut these blue and purple ones really short, because the feathers aren't very long on their necks. I just wanted that color on there. Definitely gonna need to trim them afterwards. But now just, they look so much more three-dimensional now. You know what I mean? Than just the bare body like this. I don't know though if I love the color. I think I'm gonna have to maybe airbrush it again. Yeah, I might need to airbrush this part with a little brown or something. Yo, what's going on, Reaper? How's it going? get some more side comparisons. Are we gonna get buried out there? I think so. My bitrate's kind of screwy right now. It seems like we're gonna get some pretty serious snow here, like up to 2 feet possibly. I need more brown or darker color up top. So that's something I guess I could do. That might really tie it together. I gotta see. I don't know if I have any like brown though. I'm not gonna add any more right now, but I kind of like the blue and purple up top and trimmed it down. And I think what we do is we do a camo scheme on the arms, do the pouches, do the guns, and yeah. I'm still not sold on it. I don't know. I don't know if I love it or not. I'm gonna have to let it dry and stuff and sleep on it. Maybe airbrush from the top with brown, a little brown, like. Flounder season opened up in North Carolina in March, and my dad and I are going hard. Probably won't have much luck. Yeah, we used to have a flounder season, but we they got overfished and the seal population got out of control, and they've been eating them like crazy. So we don't really have a flounder season anymore, unfortunately. We do have fluke, but which are like summer flounder, but I'm talking about the winter flounder. All right, well, this is a mess. Okay. There is some stew downstairs or something. I might go grab myself a bowl of stew and we'll munch on some food while I read the rules for Heinrich Gross or something. I also need to keep working on the battle report, but I kind of want to add some like black to the guns and stuff. Maybe paint around the legs a little, paint the face up, do the hat, do the arms. But I maybe should just let these dry. Maybe I should do all that on these, because it does look like I'm gonna have a hard time doing it now. So, but here's the goal. I'm gonna wet this with some water once it's dried. The feathers should naturally kind of droop like they would on an emu, and then I'm hoping that's gonna give us the look we're looking for. So I don't have the exact colors. I'm gonna look though off stream for like a darker brown or something. There's got to be something I can use to get us a little bit darker color to give us closer to the emu. If not, I can always use an airbrush, right, or something. I think that'll work as well. But you know what? I think once it's all said and done, I think I'm going to love it. But right now, I am not 100% on the feather emu miniature. Part of me, like, loves it and part of me hates it. How it came out. So I'll have to see, I guess. I can't make up my mind on whether I love it or hate it. I think if the colors were 100%, I would be like freaking out right now. I think it's just the colors don't look perfect. So I need to get the colors right. You know what I mean? I think if I can get the colors on point, I think I'm just going to fall in love with it. So we'll see. But I think like the texture and everything came out perfect for like making it look like feathers, because it is feathers. So in that regard, I think it was a success. I think I just didn't have the right colors. So if I can get the colors looking right, then I think I'll be super stoked about this. Right now, I'm a little apprehensive because the colors aren't on point. But I think that could be an easy fix. I might even use like craft fur or something, you know, but that'll actually kind of look more like fur, so I kind of want to keep it with the feathers. Because the feathers do have a very specific look on the miniature. No matter what, it's good to try some new stuff, right? I could have just painted it. I can't make up my mind, dude. I can't make up my mind. I keep toying with it. I think it'll look all right. We'll see. We're gonna have to see. Ooh, maybe I can like run my scissors to make sure that the... It seems like it's kind of dried enough by now. What I should do is like run a brush through it, but I'm really scared. I'm just gonna brush everything off. Maybe if it dried for like 24 hours. I just want the feathers to be facing downwards. God damn it, I keep forgetting about the autofocus. Apologies, chat. Just kind of running my scissors through it. Nice, okay. Alright, I think that's about as good as I can do with what I got. I'm gonna have to look for the right colors and all that jazz. I don't know. I'm still like mixed on it. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. I'm not gonna do it to all of them. I'm gonna make sure I do this one first, and if I like it, then I'll do it to all of them. But at least I know what the hell I did. I can always go back and watch the stream. What the hell did I do to this thing? I mean, once it dries and I hit it with a brush, like it's gonna look, and I spray it with a little water, the feathers are gonna naturally droop. I think it's gonna look pretty good, dude. I just gotta get the colors. That's it. I just gotta get the colors right and then paint everything else. You see how some of the feathers are like pointing upwards? We don't want that. We want them all drooping down naturally. So, all right. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out all right. Yeah. Not half bad. What do you call it? Let me put some of these feathers. Well, I'll do this after, whatever. All right, let's take a look. I did want to look at the rules real quick for this guy. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm freaking starving. I didn't plan on streaming super late either. I just kind of wanted to play around with these, so we might be wrapping it up here soon because I do need to. It seems like we're having some bitrate issues, and what do you call it? I do need to get a ton of editing done. I also need to record a fly tying video, so let's take a look at Heinrich Gross though. So Little Peacock will be Heinrich Gross. He has a Schwarlitz P08 SZL Luger, which I'm assuming, so he's got the pistol. So even though Little Peacock has a RPK with a drum mag, modern day RPK, or a, yeah, it's the RPK, with a freaking, like, you know, fully decked out polymer kit on his rifle. He's going to technically have a Luger, but he's got advanced body armor. So when rolling to damage soldiers wearing advanced body armor with attacks without a pen value or with HE attacks, apply a -1 modifier. Interesting. Ranged or at close quarters. Okay. It's kind of cool. Deadly 3, so he has 3 attacks, Heinrich Ross. Or Little Peacock. Fast and Fearless. 2 Guts. Not bad. 2 Rift Mastery. Yeah, okay. And Luck. So, alright. And he's got 3, so he can turn a die into Surging and stuff. And his ability, Relentless. When using the Snap 2 action, Gross can issue orders to units within 6 inches that have already been assigned an order die. So you can essentially double go, which is cool. For each unit he attempts to snap to in this way, he must have an active or surging rift die. Ah, okay. Each unit, and this is just active. Okay. Each unit nominated must pass an order test, even if they are not pinned. If they succeed, they may execute another order of using their existing order dice. So if you have dudes that already shot, you can have 3 units go again. Or 2 units. If they fail, it's changed to down. When he uses it, the enhancement after he and all the affected units have executed their orders, because it'd be gross, and 2 units are going to snap too. If you will. Yeah, because you're already using your snap 2 ability. But it's essentially using like pseudo guts, essentially. If he uses it after he and they've executed their orders, exhaust 1 rift dice for each unit. Okay. Whether they were successful or not. So you are going to burn 3 rift dice if you snap 2 with 2 other units. But instead of snapping 2 and just taking your turn with them, you can go with the 2 units and shoot first. And then you can use the Relentless Snap 2, go with Heinrich Gross, and then you can burn all 3 rift dice. Or I guess you would burn 2 rift dice. If he ordered himself. If Gross uses the enhancement, okay, yeah. So you would burn all 3 rift dice. But then the 2 units that already went that turn can go again. So they got to be within 6. You got to keep them in a little bubble. Surging bonus, gain hard to kill for the whole squad. That's sick. You're going to be using the stuff though, but I guess you keep surging maybe. If you get a surging die, keep it for a while. Loses fast if they go exhausted. And the additional medic for 31 points. Unlike other Rift units, Heinrich Gross benefits from the medic special rule. So medic with a pistol. We got the 1 emu for with the medic. We have 3 additional soldiers with assault rifles. We did 1 with a sniper. And we just made 1 earlier today with the MP40 Schnitzel. Schmeiser. So, yeah. That's Heinrich Gross right there. And then Heinrich Gross right here is Little Peacock with his Adidas tracksuit, which is going to be sick. I still have to figure out how I'm going to do the paint job. Then we have the medic. We have the 2 assault rifle dudes, which, again, I don't know, dude. We'll see. We'll see how the feathers came out. What do we think? Looking at the 2 side by side, what do you like better? Imagine the colors were on point. Or even, no, let's not do imagine the colors are on point. It's the way it is right now. What do you guys think? Did I ruin this one? I can always make like 10 other. I have a bunch. Do we like it with the feathers or without? I can't tell. We'll have to see, I guess. I don't know. Because I would have painted feathers. It would have looked alright. I think if I can get the colors, man. If I can get the colors. You like the feathers? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nix. Appreciate it. That makes me feel a little better. I'll get the colors right, and hopefully it'll look good. But I'll finalize that one before I mess with the other ones, because just in case I'm not fully happy with it, I don't want to have to redo all of them. But all right, well there we go. That was something. You've now officially seen what it's like to take a bunch of glue and marabou feathers and glue it to a emu miniature with arms and German Fallschirmjäger hats. So, but Yeah. I'm curious to see what it looks like when it's all said and done. So I still have a ton of painting and stuff to do these, but now I know I think it's better to paint everything first, including the guns and everything. Makes it a bit less goofy looking, actually. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world. I thought it made it almost maybe look a little bit more goofy, but I guess it kind of like... That's the thing. These are like very bare bones, you know what I mean? Like if this had texture of feathers that I could paint, that would have probably... I wouldn't have even thought of this. But I was like, I gotta like add some more profile to it because it kind of doesn't look like an emu the way it is right now. Because the emus, we looked at the photo, they're like way bigger bodies once they have all the feathers on them, you know? This is like a featherless emu, it almost looks like. I mean, it looks pretty good, but... Yeah, you can't see the seams as well from the FDM printer. Yep. I think if I get the colors right, I think they'll be good. So, I'll work on it. But chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Not a very long stream today, but I have a lot of work to do on the next battle report, so I want to make sure I get that done for everybody, because we're trying to be consistent with our battle reports every Wednesday. So, we got some good hobby stuff done over the weekend. We got our mechs done. We finalized our emu boys. We built a couple up. We got little peacock printed and built. I got a bunch of turnip stuff printed. And we got our kind of like, I guess, feather, what's the right word? I'm trying to think of our process of converting the emus to have some feathers on them. So I think I'm going to just look off stream. I have to dig through a bunch of boxes because, as you see, I have all these feathers and stuff in packages. I have to look. I guarantee you I can find something, maybe grizzly hackle, which is essentially, it looks like imagine a white feather, but it has like brown or black barring to it, because some chickens or some birds have that natural barring effect. They call that grizzly hackle. I bet you I can either use that, and that'll have that very similar look with the black and the tannish brownish color. So if I can just, what I'll do is, because this looks pretty darn good the way it is, I think what I'll do is I'll add more of the coloration that I think will fit to the top section. That way I don't have to redo all of it. I can just kind of hit the top here and get those colors right, because that's really what you're going to be looking at 90% of the time when it's on the board. You know what I mean? So, but Nix, thank you, by the way. I appreciate it for making me feel a little bit better about that, because I was like genuinely worried I ruined them. But I think you helped to calm my mind a little bit, so I appreciate it. So, but chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you folks have an awesome rest of your weekend. If you are getting snowed in like we are right now, stay safe. We got possibly 2 feet. I'm hoping it's less than a foot, because I'm the one that shovels in the house here. So I'm going to have to shovel the driveway probably for, one day then the next and everything. But not even 3 hours. Where's Kevin? Well, I got to keep Kevin on his toes. He's right sometimes. You know what I mean? I got to validate him. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think if I ate before the stream, I'd keep streaming. But I probably should eat. I need to, and I really should get that battle report done. So I'm happy. We did something today. It'll fall back. It'll be recorded in the halls of Valhalla that we did something today. You know what I mean? So round of applause to everybody, chat. You too. Round of applause. Thank you for hanging out, spending some time with us, folks. I hope you folks have an awesome rest of your weekend and have a great night. And we'll see. I'll probably stream some more miniature-related stuff because I won't be able to help it. And it will probably be painting Little Peacock. So, I don't know. I might do like a test on this miniature. Maybe I'll like ask in the K47 Discord or whatever. Or like look for some inspiration and some cool camo schemes. Or, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we'll see. We got the Adidas tracksuit. So this will probably be the next stream. Maybe during the week we'll do a stream. And I'll paint up Little Peacock or something. So, but I got a lot of work to do. But thank you so much, chat, for hanging out. Have a great night. Mall Dropper, Nix. We have Reaper. We have Geyser. Hank. Thank you so much, everybody. Wolf. Thank you so much for hanging out, chat. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day. And until next time, as always, keep rolling high on those dice and keep an eye out for the new battle report on Wednesday. So, We'll see you, chat. Have an awesome night.